Hello everyone and welcome to another holiday card series video. Today I'm using a stamp set from the Alleyway Stamps. This is called Chill Out. It's a little bit more of a winter card since it is a snowman, but I think it works just as well. So I am using the snowman image. I'm going to stamp this on a piece of Coordination's 110-pound cardstock. And I'm stamping this with my Tuxedo Black Memento ink. It's this cute little snowman with a hat and mittens on. I'm just going to stamp that and then color that in with my Copic markers. But I'm also going to be stamping my entire background with the little light bulb image that also comes in this stamp set. I just think it's an adorable image. So I have that little light bulb and I am going to stamp my entire background. So I'm going to stamp this so it looks like there are strings of lights. Alright, so I skipped ahead a little bit just because I didn't think you wanted to watch me stamp that entire thing. But I'm just finishing up with this last row here. And you could always draw out kind of what you want it to look like beforehand, just so that you know where to stamp each of those. And then I dried both of these completely with my heat tool so that I can color those in. I'm going to start by coloring in the snowman with a little bit of C1. I just want the edges to be a light gray, but I'm keeping the entire center white. I'm then going to take my colorless blender and blend out the edges of that gray. The colorless blender doesn't have any color, but it does kind of work and it blends out the edges of the different colors that you use it. And then I colored in the little nose orange. So I'm coloring in the hat with the G09, which is kind of like a brighter green color. And I'm also going to color in the stripes of the mittens and some of the stripes on the hats. And then I'm taking in the Y15 to color in the other stripes and the rest of the mittens. I kind of wanted it to look like a Packer snowman because who doesn't cheer for the Packers, right? Okay, so then I am going to color in the light bulbs, and I'm using multiple colors, and you can see me kind of counting. So I am counting the number of colors that I'm going to use and the colors or the number of light bulbs because I want to create a pattern. So I have my red, then I'm going to use my blue, which is the B24. And then I have orange, which is the YR07. And I'm not doing any shading or anything with these, I'm just coloring them in the solid color. Then I have my yellow, which is the Y15. My purple, which is V25. And then my last color is the green, which is the G09. And then for the tops, I'm going to kind of create those gold colors, so I'm using the Y38. Alright, so then that is the background on my card. So next I'm going to create the line or the string that connects each of these lights. So I have my micron pen and I'm just freehanding this because I can't really use any ruler or anything like that since they're curved. But I'm just drawing a line connecting each of these from one edge of the paper to the other. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment. So I'm using the same stamp set. This one says Believe. Kind of goes along with my Packers snowman, right? We gotta believe that we're gonna go to the Super Bowl. So I'm gonna stamp that in that white area. And then I want a gold border around the outside edge, so I cut a piece of cardstock down a little bit bigger than that light bulb piece, and I'm going around the edges with my Versamark ink. I'm going to create my own metallic gold paper. So I'm using the gold embossing powder from Zing. I'm just going to sprinkle this all over the areas that I put my Versamark ink. And you can see I didn't put any in the center because obviously it's going to get covered up, so I don't really need any there. And then I went ahead and heat embossed this with my heat tool and melted all of that embossing powder. So you can see I have that shiny gold piece. I'm going to put some adhesive on the back of my light bulbs and then center this on that gold piece. And then I adhered that to my white A2 size card base. Next, I'm going to use this clear Irresistible. I like using this, especially on this card in this little areas, because it has a super fine tip, so it's easier to get into all of those light bulbs. It's like Glossy Accents and Wink of Stella combined, so it has that glossy finish, but it also has a little bit of sparkle to it. So once that dries, I'm going to go ahead and adhere my snowman down. I put some 3D foam squares on the back from Best Creation, and then I can place that right down onto my card. And then I'm also going to add some little pearl dots. So I have this gold pearl pen from Viva Decor, and I'm just going to squirt out a few little gold dots. It's going to help tie in with the gold background. Alright, and then that is my finished card for today. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure that you're subscribed to my channel because I have a lot more holiday card series to come. And I will see you back here next time. Bye!